the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Armed Forces of the Philippines celebrates 90 years of service and excellence. Municipality of Quezon in Bukidnon declared insurgency-free. Department of Health ICE expanded zero-balance billing for health workers. Philippine National Police probe into Cabral's death now focuses on securing evidence. Good day everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo in Quezon City. Today is Monday, December 22, and this is AFP Community News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. This is Jhai Simbajon here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the Armed Forces of the Philippines marked its 90th anniversary under the theme Matatag na Sandatahang Lakas, Sandigan ng Bagong Pilipinas, honoring 9 decades of dedicated service and excellence to the nation. The ceremony was led by the President of the Republic of the Philippines and Commander-in-Chief Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and was attended by Secretary of National Defense Gilberto C. Teodoro Jr. and an AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo S. Browner Jr. Highlights during the program were the recognition of military personnel for acts of heroism and honored the civilian human resource for their significant contributions to the organization and awarded the AFP Campaign Streamer and the Chief of Staff AFP Streamer Award to the units who demonstrated exceptional performance in their duties and responsibilities to protect the people and secure the state. The celebration also featured the promotion of Captain Jerome J. Hakuba Philippine Army to the permanent rank of Major in recognition of his exemplary service and dedication to the AFP's mission. In his remark, the President underscored the AFP's vital role in defending national sovereignty, promoting peace, and upholding international law, and reminded AFP personnel of the deeper meaning of their service during the coming holiday season.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the municipality of Quezon in Bukidnon was declared insurgency-free during a ceremony held at the municipal grounds. This success was achieved through the strong partnership of the Quezon Local Government Unit, government agencies, the Philippine National Police, and the Armed Forces of the Philippines, led on the ground by 89th Infantry Makatao Battalion under the 103rd Infantry Brigade of 10th Infantry Division. Quezon Bukidnon Mayor Pablo Relenso III recalled the decades-long toll of the insurgency in the town, which reached its height in the 1990s, and expressed heartfelt gratitude for the strong partnership between the LGU and security forces, especially in helping friends rescued safely return to the society and start anew. 103rd Infantry Brigade Commander Brigadier General Christopher M. Diaz reaffirmed the military's commitment to continuing beyond the declaration, with troops remaining present, ready, and responsive.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
From Sultan Kudarat, let us hear some information from Shaira about residents surrender war material to 7th Infantry Battalion. Shaira?
Yes, good afternoon. Residents surrendered various war material to the troops of the 7th Infantry Tapat Battalion, Philippine Army in Barangay Kapaya, Bagumbayan, Sultan Kudarat. 7th IB Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Tristan Ray P. Vallescas reported that 11 high-powered firearms, 27 low-powered firearms, and 10 high-explosive ordnance were voluntarily surrendered by the people to their headquarters. Among the surrendered war material were 12-gauge shotguns, 12-gauge pistols, M79 grenade launchers, Springfield caliber .30 rifles, 9mm submachine guns, grenades, and other types of weapons and explosives. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Colonel Vallescas emphasized that the voluntary surrender of weapon is proof of the people's trust in the military and part of its intensified support for the government's campaign against illegal weapons under the Small Arms and Light Weapons Management Program. This is Shara reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shira.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 1101st Infantry Gagalitan Brigade partnered with the Katinglibanong Pamahandi sa Mindanao Foundation Incorporated in the conduct of Family Kansanyangan Day for Peace Returnee Families held at the headquarters of selected battalions across Basilan. The activity, conducted on different days, was held at the respective headquarters of the 32nd Infantry Battalion, 18th Infantry Battalion, 6th Special Forces Battalion, and 45th Infantry Battalion, with the participation from the Trajan Troopers and support from the 3rd Company, 15th Civil Military Operations Battalion. A total of 400 families from different municipalities in Basilan benefited from the program. Meanwhile, Family Kasanyangan Day featured gift giving, fun and games, family-focused lectures, medical outreach, and the distribution of sacks of rice and bundles of Joy food packs, activities aimed at promoting well-being, health, and successful reintegration into the community.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And the 70th Infantry Battalion participated in a Lingap Handog gift-giving activity as part of community initiatives this Christmas season. The said activity was led by the Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Council, Bulacan, which aims to bring health, joy, and hope to young students as part of the spirit of giving. A total of 43 children from the San Miguel Daycare Center benefited from the activity, receiving gifts as part of the program. 70th IB's participation in the said initiative demonstrates the Philippine Army's continued commitment in community programs and the strong collaboration between the military and civilian sectors for the welfare of the youth and the promotion of good civil-military relations.
DWDD Armed Forces News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear more updates from MJ about troops recover war material in Lagonoy, Camarines Sur. MJ?
Yes, good noon. Joint elements of the 83rd Infantry Matikas Battalion together with 2nd Infantry 2nd Tunan Battalion, 49th Infantry Good Samaritan Battalion, 2nd Police Mobile Force Company, and Lagunoy Municipal Police Station recovered 4 high-powered firearms in Sitio Benguet, Barangay Pinamihagan, Lagunoy, Camarines Sur. During the joint operation, troops recovered war material including 4 M16 rifles with magazines and bandoliers. It can be recalled that on December 16 and 17, 45 rifles were discovered in Labo, Camarines Norte, considered one of the largest arms cache of the Bicol Regional Party Committee. Meanwhile, the successful operation is part of the government's forces' ongoing efforts to ensure peace and security in the province. This is MJ reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, MJ.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And Vice Commander Philippine Army Major General Efren F. Morados received the outgoing Singapore Defense Attaché, Colonel Gajadrin Mariapan Marodapan, and incoming Defense Attaché Colonel Wong Chi-hing in a joint introductory and exit call at the headquarters Philippine Army, Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City. During the visit, the VCPA expressed his best wishes to Colonel Indrin on his future endeavors as he leaves his post and welcomed the arrival of Colonel Wong as trusted partner in the defense operations of both nations. Major General reiterated his appreciation to the Singapore government for the success of the 26th Association of Southeast Asian Nations Chiefs of Army multilateral meeting previously held last November. Meanwhile, the Philippine Army embraces the strengthened army-to-army engagement with Singapore and hopes to expand the bilateral relationship between the two states.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for our national news,
Armed Forces Radio. DWDD National News.
The Department of Health is studying the possibility of expanding the zero balance billing coverage to semi-private rooms for barangay health workers. The DOH said that part of Health Secretary Teodoro Herbosa's suggestion is to allow BHWs to be admitted in semi-private wards of any DOH hospital without having to pay for bills. Under the zero balance billing, patients in DOH hospitals no longer have to pay for medical services, medicines, and the professional fees of doctors. In September, the DOH reported that the daily average admissions in DOH hospitals increased from more than 32,000 to over 4,000 since the policy was announced.
DWDD. National News. Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Sean regarding Philippine Air Force inaugurates renovated Caddy House complex and hosts gift giving at VAB-GC. Sean?
Lieutenant General Arthur M. Cordura, Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, led the blessing and inauguration of the newly renovated Caddy House complex at Villamor Air Base Golf Course. Senior Air Force officials were present during the ceremony, which highlighted the PAF's commitment to improving facilities that support its personnel. Lieutenant General Cordura emphasized that the renovation reflects the Air Force's appreciation for its civilian workforce and its dedication to providing a safe, comfortable, and conducive working environment. Following the ceremony, a gift-giving activity and boodle fight were held for the contract of service and accredited tenant service personnel as gesture of gratitude for their continued support to Air Force operations. The activity underscores the PAF's people-centered approach, promoting welfare, morale, and unity across the Air Force community. This is Sean Berganyo reporting for AFP News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sean.
DWDD. National News.
The Department of Public Works and Highways reported that more than 9,400 cubic meters of drainage and waterways in Metro Manila have been cleared through declogging and desilting operations. These efforts are part of the Oplan Kontra Baha program. The activities include cleaning esteros, dredging and hauling spoils, clearing drainage inlets and laterals, manually declogging drainage lines, and desilting waterways to ensure smooth water flow along Metro Manila's main roads. The DPWH assured the public that under Oplan Kontra Baha, it will continue to coordinate with the district regional offices to strengthen flood prevention measures and keep communities safe and orderly.
DWDD. National News.
And the Department of Labor and Employment Sargen has provided assistance to 359 workers and micro, small, and medium enterprises across the region in 2025. This is through its adjustment measure program. Dole 12 said it released over 7.9 million to help enterprises sustain operations, protect jobs, and adapt to prevailing economic challenges. The assistance benefited 16 establishments from various sectors, including agriculture, food processing, education, retail, services, and coffee-related enterprises.
DWDD. National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And now let us hear from China about 501st Infantry Brigade. Troops clash with RGU ICRC in Abra. China?
Yes, Jhai, troops from the 501st Infantry Brigade engaged in an armed encounter with the members of the Regional Guerrilla Unit under the Ilocos Cordillera Regional Committee, Sitio Tagdangan, Barangay Abang, Bukay, Abra. Acting on information from civilians in the area, operating troops from the 77 Infantry Don't Dare Battalion discovered an enemy hideout which resulted in a brief firefights before elements of RGU ICRC subsequently disengaged troop and fled. After the encounter, troops discovered enemy encampment and recovered various personal belongings and abandoned food supplies believed to belong to the communist terrorist group. Meanwhile, one soldier from the 77 Infantry Battalion sustained injuries during the encounter and was immediately evacuated by air and transported by the Philippine Air Force helicopters to the Abra Provincial Hospital for initial treatment and was later transferred to the Mariano Marcos Memorial Hospital in Batac City, Ilocos Norte for further medical care. This is Shaina Raneta reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shaina.
DWDD National News.
And Lalamove announced it is easing surge pricing for Lalamove ride commuters and implementing a 0% commission on drivers' fare during the holiday season. It is said the rides can be more accessible to everyone as they celebrate the holidays. Meanwhile, the zero commission offer is available to TNVS drivers until January 4, 2026. The LTFRB has imposed a surge pricing cap for transport network vehicle services starting last Saturday, December 20 until January 4.
DWDD National News.
And the National Police Commission announced that 17,403 out of 44,309 examinees passed the Philippine National Police entrance and promotional examinations held last October. Of the total, 14,438 civilians passed the PNP entrance exam, making them eligible to apply as patrol officers, while 2,965 active police personnel qualified for promotion. NAPOLCOM Chief Commissioner Rafael Vicente Calinisan said the examinations are vital in upholding integrity and professionalism in the police service. He added that NAPOLCOM's role is to ensure that everyone who enters and advances in the police force goes through a fair, honest, and just process.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio Report.
From our reporter on the ground, let us hear the report of Mike about 85th Infantry Battalion troops recover caliber 50 machine gun from NPAs in Quezon. Mike?
Troops from the 85th Infantry Sandiwa Battalion, in collaboration with the Lopez Municipal Police Station, recovered a caliber .50 machine gun firearm and 179 rounds of live ammunition during an operation in Lopez, Quezon on Sunday, December 21. The successful operation was rooted in crucial reports from civilian informants, which led to a significant reduction in the NPA's arsenal and capabilities. The said war material was believed to be previously seized by the NPA from their attacks on a Philippine Coast Guard and Navy ship in Barangay Ungos, Royal Quezon on August 19, 2003. Meanwhile, the 85th IB under the 201st Infantry Brigade reaffirmed its commitment to maintain intensified focused military operation in the area. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD National News.
And the Philippine National Police is now focusing on checking and securing evidence related to the death of former Department of Public Works and Highways Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral. PNP Acting Chief Police Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nartares Jr. said without the confirmation of Cabral's death, they were able to clear things up on the speculations of the identity of the remains. He added that the next step is to establish what really happened, and this is now the focus of all their efforts in relation to the case. Cabral, who was a former DPWH Undersecretary for Planning and Public-Private Partnerships, was pronounced dead on early December 19 after she was found unconscious and unresponsive about 20 to 30 meters below Cannon Road.
DWDD National News.
And authorities said that former Department of Public Works and Highways Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral died from blunt force trauma consistent with a fall, with no evidence of foul play. This came after an official autopsy and forensic investigation. Interior and Local Government Secretary John-Vic Rimulya said the post-mortem examination showed no gunshot wounds, stab wounds, or ligature marks. Meanwhile, Rimulya said that Cabral's husband is expected to turn over her personal belongings for further investigation.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now some information from Gina about 101st Infantry Battalion joins cleanup drive in Luok and Omar in Sulu. Gina?
Yes, Jhai, troops from the 101st Infantry Battalion together with the Barangay Local Government Unit joined in the conduct of clean-up drive in the municipalities of Luok and Omar in Sulu. The activity aims to promote a clean, safe, and orderly environment for everyone and serves as an opportunity to further strengthen the relationship between the military and civilians. In addition, the said initiative also seeks to raise awareness about the importance of proper waste management and environmental protection and encourage the community to continue supporting environmental programs. Meanwhile, the cleanup drive is a testament of the dedication of the 101st IB and the Barangay Local Government Unit to serving the people not only in security but also in caring for the environment and the welfare of the citizens. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
And the remains of former Public Works and Highways Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral arrived in Metro Manila yesterday. Cabral's body reached the capital at 3:21 a.m. Interior and Local Government Secretary Genvic Rimulya earlier said that authorities found no signs of foul play in Cabral's death. Meanwhile, the National Bureau of Investigation confirmed that operatives of the NBI Cordillera Administrative Region are serving a search warrant at a hotel in Baguio City where Cabral stayed before her death. This is part of the ongoing investigation into Cabral's death.
DWDD National News.
And Pag-asa said it has opened 6 gates of Angat and Ipo dams to release water as the shear line dumped rain in Luzon. 3 gates were opened at Angat Dam with an outflow of 243 cubic meters per second, according to Pag-asa hydrologist Paulo Pamintuan. He also said that Ipo Dam had its 3 spillway gates unlocked with an opening at 1.70 meter. Pamintuan said that the convergence of hot and cold air or shear line brought heavy rain in areas where the 2 dams are located.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
And we have more updates from Melzoy about Marines from regular and reserve forces unite for community outreach in Ilocos Norte. Melzoy?
Yes, Jhai, driven by a shared mission to bring hope and smiles to the children of Ilocos Norte, Marines from regular force of the Marine Battalion Landing Team 8 joined hands with the reserve force of the 114th Marine Rifle Company Reserve in a meaningful community outreach program. The activity was conducted in partnership with the Samahang Ilocano Ilocos Chapter and Red Cross Youth Ilocos Norte College of Arts and Sciences, highlighting the strong cooperation between the regular and reserve components of the Philippine Marine Corps. The outreach benefited 120 mild to moderate special needs learners from Agripino P. Santos Elementary School and 30 students from Gabu Elementary School. Through a simple yet impactful program that included a feeding activity, toy distribution, and tree planting, the joint effort brought joy to the children while enforcing environmental awareness. This activity underscores the continuing commitment of both regular and reserve Marines to community welfare, environmental stewardship, and interagency cooperation. It reflects the enduring role of the Philippine Marine Corps not only as a defender of the nation but also as a steadfast partner in community development and nation building. This is Mel Junesio Oroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Melzoy.
DWDD National News.
And for our final news, the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Commission on Elections have conducted a regional on-site training in Honolulu, Hawaii. This is part of preparations for the continuing registration and certification of overseas Filipino voters for the 2028 Philippine presidential elections. The training underscores the government's push to strengthen overseas voter participation in the next national polls. Newly designated Overseas Voting Chairman Undersecretary Leo Herrera Lim urged embassy personnel to proactively promote and facilitate overseas voter registration, emphasizing the enabling Filipinos abroad to vote is essential to safeguarding their political rights and strengthening democratic participation.
DWDD National News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our DWDD AFP Radio Facebook page. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time, same station. Again, this is Jhai Simbajon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.